All right, hello everybody and welcome to this session of multiplication and division of decimals. Now in the earlier sessions, we've looked at multiplication and division of fractions. So what we would be studying today is going to be multiplication and division of decimals. Fairly simple topic, but before we start, just let me know if I'm audible and visible here. Okay, so who do we have here? Akash is here, Amirul, Mahesh, Devyani, we've got Shalini, we have Apsara here, we have Kushali, Anvi is here, Santosh, Palak, okay. And then who do we have? We have Advait here. Hi guys, how are we doing today? I'm doing good, thank you for asking. All right, so Sashmita, Manjeet, Vaishnavi, High Tech Game, good afternoon, good evening. Yes, so Ayushi, hello, Dibyanshi. We have Sashmita, I'm doing great. I hope you guys are all doing awesome. So come on, just quickly let me know. All right, so Devyani says perfectly visible and audible. All right, so let's begin this session now. A very good evening to all of you. So first thing we're going to start off with is looking at what all we will be covering today. Now there will be a few ideas that we would be recalling from the earlier sessions, like decimals and their expansion, interconversion of units, addition and subtraction of decimals. These three you've already studied before. So we will not be spending too much time, but then recalling those concepts is important. So we will be doing that today. Multiplication and division of decimals is going to be the topic for today's session. All right. So I'm doing great, guys. I hope you are all doing good. So let's move on now. Come on, if we have any new viewers connecting with us through this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you're able to receive all the notifications and updates on time. And after this, yes, you've got to join the Telegram channel. I keep repeating this. There are a few things that can only be done through the Telegram channel, and engagement is a lot better. So especially the session notes with the presenters, with the teachers handwriting would be provided to you on the Telegram channel, the revision questions, the quizzes and all the updates. So the link would be there in the descriptions box. Make sure you are joining the channel. All right, so let's move on now. And as I said, we're going to start off by looking at what the decimal is. Devyani says the Telegram link is not working. All right, I'll get in touch with the team and get that fixed. There's nothing to worry. Come on, let's have a look at decimals and their expansion first. Okay, so you guys are familiar with what decimals are, right? Like some examples of decimals. Come on, you guys can also tell me some examples in the comments box. One example that I could give you is 7.85. This is an example of the decimal. Yes, or 6.83. This is another example of a decimal. And these are going to be the decimal places. Like if I were to take an example here, 247, this is the decimal point, 893, let's say. Okay, this is going to be the fractional point. Yes, you guys are giving valid examples of decimals, so you are familiar with what decimals are. And this is going to be the place value for the example that we're taking is 247.893. Now, the digit to the left of the decimal point, this is what the units digit or the ones digit, and then the tens, and then hundreds, thousand, 10,000, lakh, 10 lakh. It's going to go on and on and on. The digit to the left side of the decimal point. And to the right hand side of the decimal point, this is how you progress, right? This is going to be the digit at the 10th place. Notice the THS and nothing there, right? And then after that the hundreds place, then the thousands place, then the 10,000s place, so on. Yes, so that's going to be called the fractional part. And this is how we break up a decimal. I'm sure you guys are familiar with this. Now this is the digit at the tens place, 6, so that gets multiplied by 10. This digit 3 is at the units place or the ones place, so that gets multiplied by 1. This digit 4 is at the 10th place, so that gets multiplied by 1/10. This is the digit at the 100th place, so that gets multiplied by 1/100. And this is the digit 5, which is at the 1000th place, and that gets multiplied by 1/1000. So we have seen this, expansion of a decimal number. We are familiar with that. Okay, moving on from this, comparison of decimals. I'm sure if I give you two decimals and ask you which is bigger than the other, you will be easily able to do it. Like let's take this example of 19.023, 19.021. The integer part is the same in both, right? 19 and 19. However, when you look at the decimal part of this, look, 0 here, they are the same. 2 here, 2 here, they are the same. However, this is 3 and this is 7. So using that, we can make our decision that 19.027 is going to be bigger than 19.023. Yes? Very good. So you guys know this. You know how to break a decimal down to the place values. You guys are familiar with understanding how to compare two decimals, which is bigger, which is smaller. Okay. Yes, Sashmita says comparison of decimals is just like comparison of normal numbers. Well done. I couldn't have summarized it better. All right. So Anya says she didn't get the notes in the Telegram group for any class. You should be getting the notes. I'm sure of that. Okay, let me get in touch and then we will get in touch with you on the Telegram channel for this. Yes, but right now, if we are sticking to the topic at hand, comparison of decimals, like Sasmita has summarized, is going to be similar to the comparison of normal numbers. Okay, now these basics, they are done. You guys have studied them in good depth. And interconversion of units. Now, this is going to be a little important. I'm sure you know how to convert rupees to paise, right? Like if I ask you 5 rupees has how many paise, what would you do there? Yeah, you will multiply the 5 rupees by 100 and then you will get what? 500 paise. We know that. We know that 1 rupee has, 100 paise. Very good. And if I ask you, hey, look, 800 paise is equal to how many rupees? Then you would divide the paise by 100. Yes, and you will get the answer converted to rupees. Like 800, when you divide it by 100, you get 8 rupees. So this conversion between rupees to paise and then paise to rupees, we are familiar with this. Very good. Like you guys are saying the correct answers in the comments box. Well done. We know this. Now let's have a look at some other units. These are some units used to measure the length, right? You have kilometer, meters, centimeters, and millimeters. Yes? Okay. So kilometer, when you multiply by 100, your answer will get converted to meters. Like let's suppose 3 kilometers. I'm asking you how many meters is that? Yeah. So this will be multiplied by 1000 and the answer will get converted to meters. Okay. Kilo is generally the word which stands for 1000. All right. So this is how you do it. Again, meters to centimeters. You have to multiply this by 100. So 3 meters, if you multiply with 100, the answer will get converted to centimeters and so on. Yeah, centimeters, if you want to convert to millimeters, you multiply by 10 and this is how the conversion works. Abha says समझ नहीं आ रहा. Okay, Abha, क्या समझ नहीं आ रहा है आपको बताइए? The unit conversion bit or what? I'll try to go slowly. Okay, let me know what you are not understanding and we'll take care of it then and there. I hope the conversion part is pretty simple. Yeah, these are a few things at your age. I would suggest you memorize it, because as you are moving to higher grades, the logical part of it will become very clear. So at this age, you're very young, make sure you are memorizing it. Okay, that will work a lot simpler for you. All right, so simple. Look, kilometers, when you want to convert it to meters, you will multiply the kilometer by 1000. That's it. So 3 kilometers, you will multiply it with 1000. The answer will get converted to meters. And answer कितना आएगा हमको? 3000 meters आएगा. Okay, so simple है ये. It's not that hard. At this point in time, this may appear like a lot. Okay, but when you're doing it question by question, उतना hard नहीं लगेगा, easy लगेगा ये. Right? Now let's suppose you are converting meters to kilometers. उल्टा करो. Divide by 1000. Like let's suppose 3. Let's take this 5000 meters. All right, 5000 meters. I am asking you, this is how many kilometers? Then use this graphic. Okay, हाँ ये पता है मुझे कि meters to kilometers, I will have to divide it by 1000. So divide it. So 5000, when you divide it by 1000, you will get 5 and the answer will get converted to kilometers. Okay. I hope this is fairly simple, right? Because I'm not spending too much time here because you guys have already covered this earlier. The focus of this session is going to be multiplication and division of decimals. All right, so this is how you convert the weight, ton to kilogram, kilogram to gram, gram to milligram, and all of these conversions. All right, so let's quickly have a question to see how many of you understand this well. So you have to convert 10 kilograms into grams, and 30 seconds should be fairly simple for this. So come on, go ahead, try this out in 30 seconds. Okay, so crystal clear, easy peasy lemon squeezy. All right, so correct answer, a lot of you are saying, is option B. All right, Let's see, option B. All right, Vaishnavi says it's crystal clear. Awesome, I'm happy for that. Okay, all of the answers that I'm getting here are option B, so it should be the correct answer, I believe. All right, last 1 second. Well done. I think the correct answer is going to be option B. We've just seen it, right? Like kilograms, if you want to convert it to grams, you multiply by 1000. So 10 kilograms, when I multiply by 1000, this is going to be 10,000 grams. All right, so well done. The correct answer is going to be option B. Now moving on, convert this 10 meters to kilometers. Now go ahead and tell me what is going to be the correct answer for this. All right, so convert 10 meters into kilometers. And I'm going to start the 30 seconds now. Okay, do this one carefully. You have to convert meters to kilometers. So remember this. Yes, Devyani says she was the first to answer. All right, so this answer will be what? Again, B or what? Anvi says A. Okay, A for this. Let's see. A lot of you are saying A as the correct answer. 10 meters to kilometers. Okay, let's see if A is the correct answer. C is what Shalini says. So I believe Shalini is going to be the correct one here. C is going to be the correct answer. First thing, how do we convert meters to kilometers? How do we convert meters to kilometers? You divide by what? 1000, right? So 10 meters, when you divide it by 1000, this will be what? 10 divided by 1000 can be written like 10 multiplied with 100, cancel. So this is nothing but 1 by 100. 1 by 100 is what? 0.01. Maybe some calculation error must have happened so that all of you gave A as the correct answer. It would have been right for a different number, but 10 meters, if you want to convert it to kilometers, you divide 10 by 1000, and when you do that, you get 0.01. All right, now I hope this is a fairly simple and clear. Let's move on to the next one now. So we've seen interconversion of units, we've seen decimals and their expansion. Now let's check out a very easy idea, addition and subtraction of decimals. Now this is gonna work like your regular numbers. All you have to do is make sure that the decimal points are right below one another. This is crucial. Like if I were to give you an example, let's say 85.63, you have to add 2.95 to that. How are you going to do this? Well, 85.63, 2.95. This is how you should be writing it. The decimal points should be exactly below one another. Okay, and now add it like your regular numbers, right? So add it. 8, this is going to be 7 plus 6 is 5, 1 carry. This is 8, 8. So the answer is going to be what? 88.58. So whenever you are adding decimals or subtracting decimals, you simply have to make sure that the decimal point is exactly below one another. Okay, like in this case. Or if I were to give you another example, let's suppose 958.7 plus 2.8, let's say. Okay, again do the same thing. 958.7 and then 2.8. The decimal point, as you can see, are below one another, and then add it now like you would add your regular numbers. All right, well done. Now subtraction is going to work in a similar way here. You just have to make sure that the decimal point is exactly below one another, and you can go ahead and subtract it. Okay, so the screen is not clear. I would suggest, like Palak has also suggested, Devyani, just refresh the page, rejoin the video, and then hopefully it should be right. All right, so again, remember that for decimals as well, what are you going to do? You just have to make sure that the decimal points are below one another. Once you take care of that, it's going to be like you do it for regular numbers. Okay, well done. Let's move on now. Okay, so these three, as I said, were a recall for you. Now let's move on into topic and check out multiplication of decimals. Okay, so how are we going to multiply decimals? First thing is, let me just give you another example. Let's suppose, have a look at this. 1.44, you're multiplying it with 1.2. Now, my suggestion to you is going to be, first thing, forget about the decimal point. Okay, multiply it like you would multiply 144 with 112. Okay, don't bother about the decimal point first. Multiply this first. 4 times 2, 8, 8, 2. This is 4, 4, 1. This is going to be 8, 2, 4, 6, 7. This is what you are going to get, right? Forget about the decimal point. Now what you do here is, now take care of the decimal point. How many digits after the decimal point here? 2. How many digits after the decimal point here? 1. So total how many? 3. So put the decimal point, starting from the right, 3 digits. That's it. That's all you've got to do here. Okay, so this is how multiplication will work. First thing that you do is multiply the two numbers like you multiply any two numbers, and then take care of the decimal places, because the decimal places will get added up. Okay, that's all you have to worry about. Now let's move on and check out the other thing here. Now multiplication with 10, 100 and 1000, this is going to be very, very important. Okay, now look, whenever you're multiplying it with, let's say 10 here, you just have to focus on the number of zeros. All right, number of zeros. Like how many zeros are there here? 1 0. So you will move the decimal point to the right 1 time. All right, if there are 2 zeros, you will move the decimal point to the right hand side 2 times. If there are 3 zeros, you will move the decimal point to the right hand side 3 times. That's it. Like this number here, 3.7985. Let's say I'm multiplying it with 10,000 now. Okay, first thing, what do you got to do? Count the number of zeros. How many zeros are there? You have 4 zeros, right? So move the decimal point to the right hand side 4 times. All right, so 3.7985. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now as you can see, the decimal point is here and the answer will be 37985 point. That's it. Okay, that's all you've got to do whenever you're multiplying a number with 10, 100, 1000, 10,000, 1 lakh, 10 lakh, whatever. Just count the number of zeros, okay, and move the decimal point as per the number of zeros they are. Okay, come on, let's move on and check out the next one now. Okay, now you have got to tell me what I need to put in this blank. So Malti says, understood, well done, cool. Now look at this here. The decimal point was here, right? How many times has the decimal point moved? The decimal point has moved how many times to the right? 2 times, right? So what will I put here? 1 followed by 2 zeros. Yes, and now the decimal point was here. How many points has the decimal point moved to the right hand side? 1 time. So I will put 1 0. That's it. And now the decimal point has moved from 29.2 all the way up till here. So the decimal point has moved to the right hand side 3 times. So I'm going to put 3 zeros. That's it. Okay, now you tell me the answer to this. 7.987 multiplied with what should give me 798.7. Okay, just look at how many places the decimal point has moved to the right and tell me how many zeros should there be. Solve this question, the one that I have given you. I have shown some examples, now you tell me. Okay, Anya says 100, Mahesh says 100, Kushali 100, Vaishnavi, Santo, okay, answers are coming pretty faster there. Very good, all of you are saying 100. Why is it 100? Well done, the answer is correct. It has moved from here to here, right? It has moved to the right 2 times, so I will put 100 there because 100 has 2 zeros. Another example, let's suppose, I'll rub this one off. I'll give you another example. Let's say 89.7586 multiplied with what is going to give me 89758.6. Tell me, what should I keep here? What should I keep here? The decimal point has moved to the right hand side how many times? Tell me that. The decimal point was here, by the way. It was 89 point, right? So it has moved to the right. Very good. 1000 is going to be the correct answer. Well done. All of you are giving 1000. You are absolutely right. This decimal point has moved to the right hand side 3 times. So in this box, I will put 1000 because 1000 has 3 zeros. So this part was simple. I'm sure you have understood how to multiply decimals with 10, 100, 1000 and so on. Okay, well done. Now moving on to the next thing, let's try to work this thing out. This is again going to be simple. It's not that hard. 0.6 when you multiply it with 9. What will you get here? 0.6 multiplied with 9. This is going to be what? 9 times 6, 64. 4 here, 5 carry. I will put the decimal point here. That's it, right? 5.4. Thank you for the compliment, Palak. Thank you so much. All right, so 5.4. Yes. Now 0.2 multiplied with 0.4. Now my suggestion to you in questions like this is going to be, forget everything, just multiply the two numbers. What is 4 times 2? 8, right? Now how many decimal places are there? 1 decimal place. Here also you have 1 decimal place, right? So how many digits should be there after the decimal place? 2 digits. That's it. 0.08. Yeah, look, 2 digits here, 1 digit here, which means after the decimal 3 digits would be there, right? 0.025. Yes, I hope you guys are understanding this kind. Yeah, look, after the decimal 2 digits are there, after the decimal 2 digits are there, which means total after the decimal you've got to add this, 4 digits would be there. So when you multiply 12 by 5, you get 60. So I will have 0.0060. That's all. Okay, Vaishnavi says it's not clear. Okay, let me just explain you Vaishnavi with the help of a different example. All right, let's just rub all of this off. I hope the earlier part was pretty clear to you. Yeah, this part may not be clear, so let's try to do this a little slowly. Okay, first thing is, let's take this. Okay, let's not bother about the other examples. You understand one example better, you automatically understand all of it. 0.2 when you multiply it with 0.4. I'm sure you guys are familiar with the regular multiplication, right? How do you do this? 4 times 2, 8. 4 times 0, 0. 0 times 2, 0. 0 times 0, 0. And then you add this. You get this, right? Now, after the decimal, 1 digit. After the decimal, 1 digit. So total 1 and 1. Total how many digits? 2 digits. So after the decimal, they should be 2 digits. Example A. Okay. 0.6 multiplied with 9 is what you don't understand. 0.6 multiplied with 9. 9 times 6, 54. 4, 5 carry. Same thing, right? This is going to be easier than the other. Yeah. Look, after the decimal, you have only 1 digit. So even here in the answer, after the decimal, you should have the same 1 digit. All right. Like here, look, 2 digits here after the decimal, 2 digits here after the decimal, which means in the answer, after the decimal, you should have 4 digits. Okay. And you get it generally after multiplying these two. I hope this is clear. Just practice a few questions. Okay. When you just remember this concept, that's it. Forget about everything else. Multiply it like you would multiply the regular numbers. Let's suppose you have 3.798. After the decimal, how many digits are there? 3 digits are there. Multiply this with 2.98. After the decimal, 2 digits are there, right? Then whatever answer you get after the decimal, you are going to have 3 plus 2, 5 digits here. Okay? And then multiply it like you would regularly do. That's all. Practice a few questions, you will get it. I'm sure of that. Let's see how many of you will be able to get this one correct. 30 seconds and they begin now. 1 kilogram of basmati rice costs you 43.75. The cost of 4 kilograms is going to be how much? So I'm sure you guys have understood by now that this is going to be multiplication, because 43.75 plus 43.75 plus 43.75, 4 times added. So you multiply. So you just have to 43.75, you will multiply it with 4. That's all. So tell me what is going to be the correct answer here. The screen is not clear. Okay. Screen is not clear. Just refresh the page once and join it again. Maybe it's because of the internet connection at your side. It could be from here as well. All right. So a lot of you are saying option B. Okay, this took time. Option C is, some of you say option C. Shall we check it out? Well, the correct answer is option C. Let's do the multiplication. 43.75 multiplied with 4. Don't, let the decimal point bother you for now. Just multiply like as if there was no decimal point. 4 times 5, 20, 0, 2 carry. 4 times 7, 28. 28 plus 2, 30, 0, 3 carry. 4 times 3, 12. 12 plus 3, 15. 5, 1 carry. 16, 17. So you are getting this? Yes? Now, after the decimal point, how many digits are there? 2 digits. So put the decimal point here, because after the decimal, they have got to be the same 2 digits. And that's how you get option C as the correct answer. Well done. Well done. So you guys have understood this. Very good. Now moving on. Tell me this. How much is this going to be? This is going to be a little on the difficult side. So I'm sure you guys should be able to get this. The idea here is After the decimal, how many digits are there? That's all. You don't even have to, multiply this. Actually, eliminate the options. Work smart. 0.3 multiplied with 0.03. This is what you're doing here. 0.3 multiplied with 0.03 multiplied with 0.003. Okay, they're saying screen is blur. Is that it? No? Okay. All right. So, which is going to be the correct answer here? The correct one is going to be option C. I'll explain you that now. Volume of cuboid will be length multiplied with breadth multiplied with height. So you have to eventually multiply all of these three. That's all. So look here. 0.3 multiplied with 0.03 multiplied with 0.003. First thing, forget about the decimals at all. Okay, 3 multiplied with 3 multiplied with 3. Just do this. And what you get is 27. Okay. After the decimal, how many digits are there? 1. After the decimal, 2. After the decimal, 3. Add all of them. So after the decimal, 6 digits should be there. Right? Here, how many digits are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's why wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Correct. That's it. Okay. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the reason why it is wrong. Okay. So when you are multiplying, you just need to remember this idea. That's all. Okay. Like Sasmita says. Dafina says she's too late. No problem. Next time join early, please. Okay. I'm going to move on now. We're going to move on from decimal to multiplication to division. Okay. Let's check this out. So 4.8 divided by 4. This will work like any other thing. So 4.8, when you are dividing it by 4, we will use the same rules. So this is going to be what? 48 divided by 40, or you can even go ahead and do it directly because the numbers are fairly small. This is going to be how much? 1.2. That's it. This one was a fairly simple one. Let's move on to the next thing and check out how this is to be done. Okay, so as you can see here, I have 0.24, right? I want to make it 24. So what do? 0.24, I will multiply this by 100. This will become 24. I will put it here, divide it, and this is what you get. I am not going to be explaining you how to divide two numbers. That is something you already know. Okay, I'm just going to be explaining you how to divide two decimals. That's it. All right, so that's how you do it. 576 by 24, you guys are already familiar with that division process. So that's not going to be it. Now let's go ahead and check out these things. So multiplication, the decimal point, you have to move it to the right hand side. When it comes to division, the decimal point will be moved to the left hand side. That's all. Okay, so come on, let's go ahead and check this one out now. So this is going to be what? This is 76.5 divided by 0.15. 0.15, I want to make it 15. So I will multiply this by 100. I will multiply this by 100. And this will be 7650 divided by 15. This, you can do this on your own, right? This thing, you can do it. In a similar way, proceed with the other questions as well. So this will become what now? This will become 13.31 divided by 11. We can do that in a similar way. This increase the resolution is what they're saying. All right, so same thing guys, even here, when you're dividing by 10, 100 and 1000, move the decimal places to the left hand side. Okay, so look, 10, so move the decimal place to the left by 1 time. 2 zeros, move the decimal place 2 times. 3 zeros, move the decimal place 3 times. That's it. So are we clear? Yeah, thank you Shruti again for that wonderful compliment. Okay, so I am going to move on now from this and check out this. Okay, so you guys will need to tell me how much. Come on, tell me the answers to this. Just check out decimal point is moving to the left hand side by how many places, and those many zeros will be there. Okay, like let me just help you with the first thing. 45.674, you know, this has become what? Okay, let me just write it over here. 45.674, this has become 0.045674. So decimal point has moved from here to here. How many places has it moved to the left hand side? How many places has it moved? It has moved from 45 point to here. 3 places to the left, right? So you will divide it by 1000. Yes, now you are giving the correct answer. Decimal point has moved from here to here. Same thing. Look, it was 67.8, right? Now decimal point has moved 1 place to the left, right? The second answer is going to be what? Option B, what? Decimal point has moved to the left 1 time. Very good. 10 is going to be the correct answer. 1 time means 1 0. 2 times 2 zeros. 3 times 3 zeros, like that. 97.58. Where has the decimal point moved? Decimal point is here now. Okay, it has moved to the left how many times? 2 times, right? So what will I put here? I will put 100. Very good. Correct answer. Okay, so multiplication, move the decimal point to the right hand side. Division, move the decimal point to the left hand side. That's all. All right, so that's it for this session. This is going to be your homework. Okay, so read the problem. John bought 6.25 meters of cloth for these many rupees, the cost per meter. So you have to divide it. Okay, so 312.50, you have to divide it with 6.25 and type your answers out there in the comments box. Answer is going to be either one of these 4 options. Okay, I'm going to move on now. So I've told you enough about the Telegram channel, so make sure you are joining it. The link would be there in the descriptions box and we will fix the link in case it is not working properly. Yes, we've got you covered. You guys know that. And these would be the 3 activities: the science project, the level up series and the explorers club. Make sure you are participating in these. And this would be the next session, guys. This was going to be important questions from the NCERT textbook. So the whole chapter would be covered on Thursday, 26th of May. And lastly, you know, the 2 teacher advantage at BYJU'S. I've got to let you know about this. 24/7 video lessons would be there on the app. You can utilize it to understand the concepts in a better way. Then personalized learning journeys, which would be as per the way you are interacting with the content. The dual teacher model, you know of it. One teacher is going to explain you the concepts. The other teacher is going to take care of your doubts, and the doubt clarification is going to happen instantaneously. Okay, and last thing, like, share and subscribe. Students who are new, make sure you are subscribing. In case you feel like the video will help out your friends as well, go ahead and share the video with them. And lastly, if you've liked what we've done for you, make sure you hit that like button. Okay, Vaishnavi says the Telegram is not working. I will get in touch with the team and they're going to fix the link. Please try it after some time. The link should be working. All right, so thank you so much, guys. You've been amazing as usual. I hope the session was helpful in you learning decimals, how to multiply and how to divide. If at all you get stuck somewhere, make sure you watch the video again and hopefully you should get it back. So practice some questions after this and it should be all right. All right, so thank you for your time. You've been amazing, as I said, and I'll catch you up in the next session. Take care and bye-bye.